In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create reusable transition presets in DaVinci Resolve 20 so you can save your favorite transition settings and use them again and again without rebuilding them from scratch. This is a huge time saver when you want consistency across your edits, especially if you use the same style of transitions in intros, B-roll sequences, interviews, or cinematic cuts. If this tutorial helps you, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more DaVinci Resolve tips, tricks, and workflow guides. Now, let's jump in. First, open DaVinci Resolve and go to the Edit page. This is the main workspace where you'll be working with clips, cuts, and transitions. On the timeline, place two clips side by side so there is a clear edit point between them. You need this cut point because transitions are applied directly between two clips, and that's where the effect will live. The Edit page is the best place for this because it gives you direct control over timeline editing and transition placement. Next, go to the Effects library in the top left corner of the interface. Once it opens, look under Video Transitions and choose a standard transition, such as Cross Dissolve. Drag that transition onto the edit point between your two clips. This step is important because you need to start with a base transition before you can customize it and turn it into a reusable preset. Think of it as building the foundation for your custom effect. After the transition is placed, click the transition icon directly on the timeline to select it. When it's selected, open the Inspector panel in the top right. The Inspector is where you can fine-tune all the transition settings. Depending on the transition type, you may see options for duration, alignment, easing, and curve behavior. This is where the preset starts to become your own, because you're no longer using the default version. Now begin modifying the transition parameters to match the style you want. You can adjust the transition type if available, or change the ease in and ease out settings to control how smoothly the transition starts and ends. If the transition supports custom curves, you can shape the motion even further to create a more polished or stylized result. Take your time here, because whatever settings you choose will be saved into the preset. The goal is to create a transition that fits your editing style and can be reused on future projects with one simple drag and drop. Once you're happy with the look and timing, right-click the modified transition icon on the timeline. From the menu that appears, select Create Transition Preset. This is the key step that turns your edited transition into a reusable custom preset. DaVinci Resolve will open a naming dialog so you can save this specific configuration into your local effects database. In the name field, type something descriptive so you can recognize it later. For example, you might name it based on the style, speed, or use case, such as Smooth Fade In, Soft Curve Dissolve, or Fast Intro Transition. After naming it, click OK to save the preset. Giving it a clear name is really helpful because it makes it easier to find later when you have several custom presets saved in your library. Now it's time to verify that the preset was saved correctly. Go back to the Effects library, then open Video Transitions and scroll down to the User category at the bottom of the list. This is where DaVinci Resolve stores all your manually created transition presets. You should see your newly saved preset listed there with the name you just created. To test it, drag your new preset from the User category onto any other edit point on the timeline. This lets you confirm that the transition is working properly and that the timing and interpolation settings were saved the way you intended. If it applies correctly, then your preset is ready for repeated use in future edits. From now on, instead of rebuilding the same transition over and over, you can simply drag it from the user folder and drop it wherever you need it. And that's how you create reusable transition presets in DaVinci Resolve 20. It's a simple workflow, but it can make a big difference in how fast and consistent your editing becomes. Once you create a few of your own presets, your projects will move a lot faster, and your transitions will look much more professional. If this video helped you out, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next DaVinci Resolve tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.